Have you ever noticed something strange? You can watch YouTube videos in English. You can understand movies with subtitles. You can read comments, Instagram captions, or short articles without much trouble. Sometimes you even know exactly what another person is saying, but the moment it's your turn to speak, everything disappears. Your mind goes blank. You know the words, you've learned the grammar, you've watched hundreds of English videos, yet you still struggle to say a simple sentence. If this sounds familiar, then this video is for you. And here's the good news. There is nothing wrong with your intelligence. You are not too old. You don't have a bad memory. You are simply practicing English the wrong way. Today, we're going to discover why speaking English feels so difficult and, more importantly, what you can do to finally become a confident English speaker. So stay with me until the end, because one idea in this video could completely change the way you learn English. Let's begin. Imagine that someone asks you a simple question. Where are you from? You know the answer. You have known it for years, but suddenly your brain starts searching for words. Should I say, I am from, or I come from? Is my grammar correct? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Should I use the past tense? What if I make a mistake? And while you're thinking, the conversation has already moved on. Does this happen to you? If it does, don't worry. Millions of English learners experience exactly the same thing. The interesting part is that speaking English isn't only about knowing English. It's about using English quickly. Think about riding a bicycle. You can read 10 books about cycling. You can watch 100 videos. You can memorize every part of a bicycle. But until you actually ride one, you'll never become comfortable. Language works in exactly the same way. Learning English and using English are two different skills. Many students spend years collecting vocabulary. They study grammar, they complete exercises, they memorize rules, but they rarely practice using English naturally. As a result, they become experts at studying English, but beginners at speaking it. This is one of the biggest mistakes English learners make. Instead of building a speaking habit, they build a studying habit. Studying helps you understand English. Speaking helps you use English. And if your goal is fluency, you need both. Here's another mistake. Many learners believe they need perfect English before they start speaking. This sounds reasonable, but it's actually the opposite. You become good at speaking by speaking, not by waiting until you're good enough. Think about a child learning their first language. Do children speak perfectly? Of course not. They make mistakes every single day. Sometimes they invent words. Sometimes they pronounce words incorrectly. Sometimes they say sentences that don't make sense. Yet nobody tells them to stop speaking until they're perfect. Instead, they continue speaking. Every single day, little by little. Their brain improves naturally. English learners often expect themselves to sound like native speakers from the very beginning. That expectation creates pressure. Pressure creates fear. Fear creates silence. And silence stops improvement. The truth is simple. Every mistake you make while speaking is actually helping your brain learn. Mistakes are not proof that you're failing. They're proof that you're practicing. Now, let's talk about something that surprises many learners. Understanding English is easier than speaking English. Why? Because understanding is passive. Speaking is active. When you're watching a video, the speaker provides the words, the sentences, the ideas. Your job is simply to recognize them. But when you're speaking, your brain has to create everything. It must choose the vocabulary, arrange the grammar, remember pronunciation, think about meaning, and say everything within a few seconds. That's a much bigger challenge. Imagine a huge library. Every English word you know is inside that library. When someone speaks to you, it's like they hand you the correct book. You simply recognize it. But when you're speaking, you have to run through the library. Find the correct shelf, choose the correct book, open the right page, and then say it aloud. That takes practice, not more memorization. Practice. This is why people often say, "I know the word, I just couldn't remember it." The word wasn't gone. Your brain simply needed more speaking experience to find it quickly. Here's another habit that secretly slows down your fluency. Translating everything. Imagine you want to say, "I'm hungry." Instead of speaking immediately, your brain first thinks in your native language, then it searches for the English translation, then it checks the grammar, then it checks pronunciation. Only after all of that, you finally speak. That's exhausting. Imagine driving a car where every time you press the accelerator, someone asks you to stop, read a manual, answer 3 questions, and then continue driving. You would never enjoy driving. Translation creates the same delay inside your brain. The goal isn't to translate faster, the goal is to stop depending on translation. Instead, start connecting English directly with ideas. When you see a cup, think cup, not the word in your language first. When you see a dog, think dog. When you wake up, try saying simple thoughts directly in English. I'm tired. It's sunny. I need breakfast. My phone is on the table. Simple thoughts, again and again. Over time, your brain begins creating English naturally, without translating every sentence. Many learners ask, how long does it take to become fluent? There isn't one answer, because fluency isn't something you suddenly receive one morning. It's something you build every day. Think of it like filling a glass with water. Every conversation, every sentence, every new word, every minute you spend listening adds another drop. At first, the glass looks almost empty. You might even think you're making no progress. But every drop matters. One day, without even realizing it, the glass becomes full, and speaking English starts feeling natural. This is why consistency is more powerful than motivation. You don't need to study for 5 hours in one day. You need to spend a little time with English every day. Even 15 or 20 focused minutes can make a difference over months. One conversation today is better than waiting for the perfect moment next week. One sentence spoken aloud today is better than memorizing 50 words you'll never use. Another reason people struggle is because they only learn individual words. For example, you learn the word decision. Great. But in real conversations, people usually say, make a decision, not simply decision. You learn the word mistake, but people usually say, make a mistake. You learn the word attention, but people say, pay attention. Learning words is helpful. Learning common word combinations is even more powerful. Your brain starts remembering complete pieces of language instead of building every sentence from the beginning. That's one reason listening to natural English every day is so valuable. Your brain begins recognizing these patterns automatically, and later, you start using them without even thinking. Here's something else to remember. Speaking slowly does not mean speaking badly. Many learners rush because they think fast English sounds fluent. Real fluency is not about speed, it's about clarity. Native speakers often slow down when explaining something important. Teachers slow down. News presenters change their speed depending on the situation. Clear communication is always more important than speaking quickly. So, don't compare yourself to someone who has spoken English every day for 20 years. Compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. If today you can say one sentence that you couldn't say yesterday, you're improving. And that's exactly what matters. Over the next few days, try a simple habit. Choose one everyday activity, walking, cooking, getting ready for work, or cleaning your room, and describe what you're doing in simple English inside your mind. Don't worry about using advanced vocabulary. Use the English you already know. If you don't know a word, don't stop. Describe it another way and keep going. That habit trains your brain to communicate instead of waiting for perfection. Remember this: fluent speakers are not the people who know the most English. They are the people who use the English they already know again and again until it becomes natural. So if you've been telling yourself, "I can't speak English fluently," try changing that sentence. Say instead, "I'm learning to speak English fluently." Because every sentence you practice brings you one step closer to becoming the confident English speaker you want to be.